Hey everybody, welcome back to 3-Day Weekend. Back with your host, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. I just took delivery of a new snowblower sitting here in the box. We're gonna unbox it and put it together and see if it works today. I see it's got an oil leak. That's a good sign. So we're off to a great start. All right, let's get to it. This thing weighs a ton. Holy cow. Unboxing instructions. Looks like we're gonna cut the top off and then we're gonna cut the sides. That doesn't seem so bad. The top of the box has some wood. So you can go as deep as you want to, you're just gonna hit the wood and not the machine itself. Looks like it's back a little ways. Ooh. Cool, cool. Alright, well now I'm just going to cut down the sides like I said and lay it down flat, I guess. Here we are. Just giving it the once over before I touch anything. Checking for any damage, broken pieces. I don't see anything broken. Everything seems packaged tightly. Instruction manual is right there on the gas can. We'll pop that off here in a minute. Definitely have some oil on, I guess it would be the left side as you're driving it. Tell you a little bit about it. This is the Cub Cadet 3X 26-inch. 3X for 3-stage. It's got this little extra guy here. I don't know how well that's going to work, but we're going to find out. And the 26-inch, because 26-inch is kind of the limit for fitting it through the man door on the garage. I don't want to have to open up the main door and get around the vehicle, so 26-inch is plenty for me. So that's what we've got. There's oil all down this whole side on the tires and obviously all over the cardboard. So naturally, first thing we're going to do before we start it is check that oil level because it is unhappy. My guess is it got tilted on its side at some point during transport. Alright, well I'm going to disconnect all these little bags, get the manual out, kind of unpackage a little bit more, and we'll go from there. In the package, we've got warranty information, operator manual for just the engine, and then the owner's manual for that. Starting on page 6, we have the assembly. It also comes with some extra shear pins, looks like, so that's good. And that's so we can run the machine, our little key. First step, per the manual, we're gonna cut this off of there and then take out these bolts on the handle. That guy, loosen those up and swing that whole thing up into its final shape. That'll be step 1. We're going to take this rubber band off of here. Now we're going to lift this whole section up. As we do, these are going to pull tight. We just want to make sure that they are sitting on the wheels. That's the big part there. There's another wheel down here. I have the handle in its final position. I have all 4 bolts fed through. So now we're just gonna hold it straight with one hand and tighten up those bolts with the other. It's starting to look like a snowblower. Needs some more work in this area. Well, that would be right here. It says to identify what kind of chute you have. Top one is a crank rod style, and the bottom one is flex shaft, overhead, something with whatever. So I need to go to that section. Note, this may be equipped with a metal chute, which that is. So that's us. Reading there's several different kinds. Oh, time for the furnace. There's several different kinds of chute controls here, but based on the pictures, that upper thing looks a lot like my upper control. And it came with a flex shaft that's sitting over there. So that's gotta be the one. So I'm gonna follow this one and see where that gets us. We are switching to 9/16. We need to remove these 2 bolts. Next, we're trying to get this on the chute. But you see the bolts, they have to line up there. Set the chute down so it lines up here. And it should go in. And that is on. At this point, I'm going to remove this bubble wrap. Next up is this rod. That is a nice rod. We're going to stick one end of the rod right in there, like so. And the other end is going to go right here. But there's a pin in the way, so we'll pull the pin out and we'll stick in the rod. And line up a hole and put a pin back through. There we go. Now when I crank this, it should turn. Oh, that turns fast. I like that. Cool. Turns much faster than my old one did. I probably put 10 cranks on that thing to get it from one side to the other. Very nice. The last part of assembly is the shoes, but I'm going to get it out of this and put it flat on the concrete so that I can properly adjust the shoes because it wants 1/8 of an inch clearance. So we'll do that in a minute. In the meantime, get to pull this off. Oh good, it was drenched in oil. Excellent. Well, maybe it'll postpone the inevitable rusting. And this one. My hands are coated in oil now. And this one, that was easy. There's a little piece of cardboard down here. Get that out of there. we go. And it is operational. We gotta check oil. Adjustable chute. Very cool. Transmission. It's about the same as my old one. Yep. Heated grips. Never had heated grips before. Power steering. This is a mechanical link, it feels like. Probably pulls a pin in the axle and lets that wheel free spin. Got on this side too. They feel good. Oh, let's check the oil. It is right on the bottom of safe. So I can run it for a minute. And then I'll check it again. Let's check the fuel. Dry as a bone. So let's get some non-ethanol fuel in there. Oh, it does say max 10% ethanol. But still, it's carbureted. I'm not putting ethanol in there. I have been all over this machine and I do not see a fuel shutoff valve. I don't like that because I like to run the carbs dry. So that's a bummer. But let's carry on with starting it up for the first time. We got my key. Jam that right in here. Yep. We're gonna give it full throttle. Right there it is. We're gonna give it full choke. We're gonna give it a few pumps out of that. And then I'm gonna pull this handle. It is equipped with power starter. You get an extension cord, hit that button. But we're going with the hand method. It works! Alright, we got a couple more things to check. We're gonna check the tire pressure. It says that it may have been overinflated for shipping. And we're gonna check. The tire calls for 20 psi. We're at 23.3. $20. $18. I do not like that this one was softer than the other. But what you gonna do? 20 on the nose. Now that our tire pressures are exact, we're gonna check the slides and our shave plate, make sure we have the right clearance. Well, this is our shave plate. I got a little more gap than I want to see. My driveway is all smooth concrete. Even the barn is pavement, but it's nice and flat, so I want to get this a little bit closer. I also noticed the front of the shoe is not touching. Same with the other side, not touching. And this is pretty flat concrete it's sitting on. So I'm going to adjust this, the whole machine down just a little bit, and the front of the machine, or front of the shoe, down a little bit too. Not sure if you can see that now, but that would be 0-inch clearance. So I'm gonna go grab a couple of washers or something, measure them up to 1/8 of an inch and stick them back in there. So there's our 1/8 of an inch, just stacked it on a couple washers. Now we just need to tighten these down so they're level with the floor. Now I can pull my washers out, and it should stay at 1/8 of an inch, which it does. You'll notice now the shoes are flat on the ground. Tools we needed. We needed side cutters just to cut some zip ties. So you can use something different. I used a little straight edge just so I could get 1/8 of an inch and visualize it. A few washers, again, just to space it, not required. I did need 1/2-inch socket and 9/16 socket. I cheated and used the impact, but you can use a regular socket wrench. And I used the 9/16 and 1/2-inch box end wrench. You should check the oil. I just ran it for a little bit. We're still in safe. It's a little low. I'm gonna pick up some just to get that up a little bit. In the manual it says they can do 0W30, 0W40 I think, but right here on the label it says 5W30. So I'm gonna get some of that. Probably run it a little bit, just do an oil change and that'll know for sure. So she's all set, ready to go, just waiting for the first snowfall, and I'll go out and test it out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel because I'll post a video on its first time doing that. I'm really curious how far that chute's gonna throw snow. My first one couldn't even clear the driveway. I'm hoping this one has a little more juice behind it, but we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate all of our viewers, all of our supporters, and we'll see you next time on 3-Day Weekend.